Angeles Rams and the San Francisco 49ers, and we've just had the kickoff, and now it's San Francisco taking over at the 25-yard line. 1st and 10. This is David Packer coaching the San Francisco 49ers and Nathan Baylor coaching the Los Angeles Rams. Blocking back set up here. Hyde DeMarco, the blocking back. Drew Brees, the fine quarterback. And the first play is a flat pass for 2 yards, bringing about a 2nd and 8. Both these teams have very similar defenses. San Francisco a little superior on the ratings and much more superior on the stats. If you take a look at that. 2nd and 8 for Brees at the 27. And there's an off tackle. The block's good enough, gain 8 yards. And the 49ers get the first down of the game here. 1st and 10 at 35-yard line. Once again, Nathan Baylor coaching the Rams, 49ers, David Packer. Both these teams with outstanding records. And there was a 2-man double-teamed incomplete pass. Good call by Nathan. 2nd and 10. Of course, we always say that. A good call on a double team is, yeah, it's a good call, but it's an element of arbitration in there, an arbitrary sometimes, but it's certainly an indication you're trying to think with your opposing coach. 2nd and 10 at 35. And there's a short gain on a line buck by Hyde. Hyde had a nice year for David. 49ers now at midfield here. And that was a flat pass. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. Still at the 50. Marshall and Jones are the wideouts. Gates, tight end. Now he's in a double tight end set here in 2nd and 10. Johnson's now the running back. Places Hyde. And there's an end run for 5 yards for Duke Johnson. 3rd and 5 now. The Rams 45. First drive of the game. If you're just joining us, Dennis Crowley will be with us later or soon, I trust. 3 wide out set for the 49ers. Third and 5. Could be 4-down territory. Hard to tell. Hyde is back as a running back. And there is Hyde up the buck, but he got the 1 roll, so it was only 3-yard gain. So now it brings about a decision time, 4th and 2. And looks like the full house backfield comes on, and David's going to go for it at the Rams 42. Nathan stays in his 3-4 defense. 4th and 2. He's got some. David's got some pretty good blockers up front, in addition to good running. And there's a line buck for 6 yards for Duke Johnson and a 1st down. Nathan protecting against the pass there. So now it's at the 36-yard line. First drive of the game. 49ers move very close to field goal range right now. Hyde's the running back. Jesse James and Gates are the 2 tight ends. And there's a pass, but it's an interception number for Drew Brees, and it's incomplete. That's intended for Brandon Marshall. 2nd and 10. Still the 2 tight end setup right now. Marshall and Jones, the wideouts. Gates and James, tight ends. And Hyde is the running back for the 49ers. This is always a spot where you think a guy might take a shot at the end zone. There's a short pass, and with the old black die, and it's a 20-yarder, and that gets the 49ers down to the Rams' 16-yard line. 1st and 10, first drive of the game, 9:54 to go in the first quarter. 49ers coached by David Pachter, and the Rams by Nathan Baylor on defense now. Nathan's backed up now. He puts two men in the flat pass zone, and that works. A good move, 2-yard gain, 2nd and 8, 14. Brees tried to dump one out there to Jesse James. Uh-oh, there's a fumble on a blocking rating, and let's see who's picking this baby up. And the 49ers get it back and gain 2 yards in the process, and it's now 3rd and 6 at the 12-yard line. David goes to the 3 wideout set. Mike Wallace is the 3rd wide receiver. Gates still at the tight end. And Duke Johnson is the running back. Third and 6 at the 12. And it's a little inside run by Duke Johnson. He hits the brackets and gets 7 yards and a first down. Good call there by David. And it's 1st and goal at the 5. And Hyde, on his running touchdowns, Hyde scored 9 touchdowns out of the 16 running touchdowns that 49ers have gotten. So he looks like their preferred goal line guy. Well, we'll see. He's got Duke Johnson with Hyde and DeMarco, the 3rd back in the full house set. But he throws the pass, and it is a touchdown. Drew Brees threads it to Gates for the first score of the game. Extra point is good, and it's 7-0 San Francisco as they drive the about 75 yards for the first score, and there's 7:48 left. And now Nathan Baylor's first chance on offense. Matty Ryan's his quarterback. Le'Veon Bell is the running back. Gronkowski is the blocking back, and then he's got some great wideouts. And there's a pass guessed right, but it's incomplete. That was intended for Jimmy Graham. Got another good tight end. Graham's the tight end. Gronk plays the blocking back, and Deshaun Jackson is the wideout. 2nd and 10. Nathan Baylor and the Rams, their first chance from the 25-yard line. And there is a flat pass, short gain on the black die, 18 yards. And that was Le'Veon Bell. Picked up that little flat pass, no men in zone. And the Rams have it at the 43-yard line. And it's a flat pass for 5 yards to Le'Veon Bell. So he's using his back here, taking the heat off of Evans and Jackson. Mike Evans is max reception guy at one wideout position. Deshaun Jackson, of course, known for the deep ball. 2nd and 5 for the Rams, their own 48. And there's a flat pass again, but it only picks up 1 yard, and it brings about 3rd and 4. That was another pass to Levy and Bell. Third time. And there's a short pass for 23 yards to Gronkowski, who's got that monster card, nothing under 20 yards on his receiving card. And that brings the Rams roaring back into the 49er territory at the 49er 28-yard line. First and 10 for the Rams. And there's another black die on a flat pass in 9 yards. That one was to Mike Evans. Second and 1 now at the 19. Bell remains the running back. And in the blocking back side, it's an off tackle to Bell for 5 yards and a first down. First and 10 at the San Francisco 14-yard line. They lead 7-0, but Nathan and the Rams coming right back at him. And there's a 6-yard off tackle for Bell to bring it inside the 10-yard line at 2nd and 4. Now the Rams, they seem to like Graham here. He's had 10 touchdown passes of the 22 passing touchdowns for the Rams. And there is a off tackle, gets it down to the 1-yard line, first and goal. Levy and Bell took it. So let's see, and this is a touchdown on Ty Montgomery, 5 gain, and that with the extra point, this game's going to be tied up. It's good, 7-7. Both teams drive the length of the field on their first drives, 7-7. 49ers have the ball back now at their 25-yard line. So not a lot of defense so far. This is Dave Sieminski waiting for Dennis Crowley to join me here. And there's the bomb to Marshall, and it is 29 yards. He caught it. Nice reception for Brandon Marshall. Guessed right with a 5 on it, but he still pulled it in for 29 yards. That brings it into Ram territory again, the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the 49ers. And there is a short pass to Jesse James, 11-yard pickup. Breeze is on target so far today. 1st and 10, Ram 35-yard line. 7-7, 1:12 to play in the first quarter. Nothing but offense so far. Very few plays have been stopped for short yardage here. Duke Johnson now, the running back, and the 2 tight end set for the 49ers. Marshall, 1 wide out. And there's another short pass. Flat pass for 7 yards. That one was to Duke Johnson. Brings it 2nd and 3 at the Ram 28-yard line. Duke Johnson stays as the running back with the 2 tight end set with Gates and James, the tight ends. Mac Jones and Brandon Marshall, the wideouts. Breeze on target so far today. As we know, he's on target a lot. There's off tackle Duke Johnson. Yes, run for 9 yards. And that is a first down at the 19-yard line of the Rams. 49ers threatening again here. Second quarter now starts at that end of the first quarter. Hyde back at running back, 2 tight end set. There's a crossing pattern to Brandon Marshall. Good for 7. Actually, it was Carlos Hyde. He dumped it off to Hyde. 2nd and 3 now at the Ram 12-yard line. Hyde, the running back, in a 2 tight end set. And Breeze, no, it's Hyde on the line buck. He sees a hole and busts through for the touchdown. 49ers score again. Extra point is good. A little wobbly there as it trumbled through the goalpost, and it's 14-7 49ers kicking off to the Rams. Rams take a touchback, and they start at their own 25 again. 14:06 to play in the second quarter. 49ers have scored touchdowns on both of their first two possessions. The Rams scored on their first. Le'Veon Bell is the running back and the blocking back set. Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson, the wideouts. Jimmy Graham, tight end, and Gronkowski is the blocking back. Not much defense so far here. There's an off tackle for Bell, good for 5 yards. Got the block he needed. 2nd and 5 at the 30. Both these coaches are very patient. And there's a flat pass to Graham. Wide open, gets it for 34 yards. That's his best gain on the flat pass for sure. 34 yards. And Jimmy Graham puts them into 49er territory again. Here we go again, boys. 36-yard line, 1st and 10. And there's a pass double-teamed. And Matty Ryan threads it to Gronkowski for 12 yards. David had him double-teamed, but Gronk came up with it. Brings the ball down to the 24-yard line of San Francisco. Another first down for the Rams. Threatening it again. There's another pass, this time to Mike Evans for 11 yards. That's a good receiver, guessed right. Evans takes it to the 13-yard line. First down. 11:42 to play in the second quarter. Each team has driven the length of the field and scored touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. This is the 4th possession of the game. And here we are with an off tackle. Block is good, 7 yards. Took a 6 blocker to convert that. Now it's inside the 10, 2nd and 3, full house backfield. Gronkowski remains. And the key is in Montgomery, but Bell takes it for 4 yards to the 2, 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Rams here. Ty Montgomery scores 11 of their 17 rushing touchdowns, and they're at the 2-yard line, and they only get 1 there. That was Le'Veon Bell. So you'd have to think if he really, really does like Montgomery, that he might try it again. Montgomery this time. 11 of his 17 rushing touchdowns have been by Montgomery. But there, he throws a pass. Jimmy Graham grabs it, and touchdown Rams. Matty Ryan, it's Jimmy Graham. And Graham is the favorite target of the Rams on passes. He's scored 10 touchdowns out of the 22 passing touchdowns, and there's the extra point. Good, and we're tied again at 14. If you tuned in for defense, this is not the game you want. This has been all 9:36 to play. David Pachter back on business with his 49ers at the 25-yard line. Hyde's the running back. 2 tight end set. Gates and James the tight ends. And this is an off tackle for Hyde. And the block is not made, and it's loss of 1. So 2nd and 11 at the 24. 2nd and 11. Each team not being able to stop. That's one of the few plays that's gone awry offensively for either team. There's the line buck for Hyde, who gets 10 yards, but that's not quite enough because it was 2nd and 11. Now we got a 3rd and 1. Very interesting call. Goes with a full house backfield at the 34-yard line. Let's see if Nathan gets aggressive here, tries to stop it. Let's see if David gets bold and maybe throws something unexpected. We'll see. 3rd and 1. Obviously big. And it's the quarterback sneak to Drew Brees, who's got the block from the left guard, and good enough, and gets the first down at the 39. So David went conservative. That good offensive line helped on that. 1st and 10, 39-yard line. We got only 7:48 to play in the first half. And there's a pass to Brandon Marshall, but it is incomplete. 2nd and 10. One of Drew Brees' few incompletions. 2nd and 10, 39-yard line. And here's a pitch out to Ryan Matthews. Guess right, 3 yards. Not bad, guess right. 3rd and 7. And David goes to the 3 wideouts as Mike Wallace comes in. He's at his own 42-yard line now. Nobody's been stopped here on 3rd down, so we'll see if the trend continues. Nathan's got all his defenders out there. 3rd and 7 from the 42 with under 7 minutes to play now in the first half. And it's a square out to Brandon Marshall, and 7 yards is just good enough. And a first down. Well, we didn't really think we were going to see a stop, did we? David and the 49ers have moved to their own 49-yard line with 6:18 to play, 14-14 in this playoff game. And there is a double team as he looked for Marvin Jones, and Nathan was all over him. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. But the only way you're going to stop Brees is double team correctly, and Nathan did so. These are 2 excellent coaches. 2nd and 10. And there's an off tackle. And nose tackle held him to an 8-yard gains. Otherwise, it would have been 35. 3rd and 2. Here comes the full house backfield in. It's in Ram territory at the 43. I think David might be thinking he's going to go for it. 2 plays here. Let's see who runs the ball. He's got Hyde and Duke Johnson as his running backs, along with DeMarco as his blocking back. And there's a flat pass for 9 yards to Duke Johnson. He likes Duke's receiving card, another first down. And we're already down to the 34-yard line of the Rams. And these 2 teams are rolling. This is like blitzkrieg on offense. Nobody's been able to stop. And here's the bomb. And it's for 27 yards as the 6 beat the rating. They beat the 5. Marshall had a 5 on him, but he pulled it in for 27 yards, and that brings it all the way down to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, 4:12 to play. The 49ers roll out the full house backfield again from the 7-yard line. Drew Brees. And we have a pitch out to Duke Johnson. The end makes the block, and that's a 4-yard gain. And it's 2nd and goal now from the 3. As I told you, San Francisco, there's 16 rushing touchdowns. Carlos Hyde has had 9 of the 16. So we got Hyde and Johnson on the 3-yard line. You'd have to think maybe he's going to hide, but who knows? Just a guess, just a probability guess, but Nathan has got the decision to make. And there's a short pass by Drew Brees for the touchdown again. Brandon Marshall. Kick is good. And we have had 5 possessions, 5 touchdowns. Nathan takes over to 25 here with 3:18 to play in the first half. Nathan, don't let us down. There's a pitch out to Le'Veon Bell for 6 yards, right between the short gains. 2nd and 4, Rams 31, 2:42 to play. Plenty of time. Everybody has all their timeouts. And now here is the flat pass. And one of those black dices again for 20 yards as Mike Evans takes the hitch and brings it into 49ers territory at the 49 with 2:06 to play. And we're set up for another touchdown drive here. It's been nothing but touchdown drives. Remarkable. 2:06 to play. And there is the bomb, and there is the touchdown that we were anticipating. That was Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson goes the distance, and it's 21-20 with the extra point pending. And it's good, and we are tied at 21. We've had 6 drives and 6 touchdowns. Remarkable. I don't remember ever seeing this. Where are you, Dennis? You're missing quite a game. And David Pachter and the 49ers take over at the 25-yard line with a full 2 minutes and the full contingent of timeouts left. And there's a short pass to Gates, incomplete. 2nd and 10. Another one of those infrequent incompletions by Drew Brees. Matt Ryan and Drew Brees both hitting their marks. 1:52 now to play. Second and 10. David sticks with the 2 tight end offense with Hyde, the running back, from his own 25. And there's a flat pass for 10 yards. And another first down. 1:45 to play. That was a Jesse James, a quick out to the left. Nathan has a 5 middle linebacker and 2 4 outside linebackers, and a 5 and a 4 actually inside linebackers. 1st and 10, San Francisco's already at the 45. And there's a flat pass for 5 yards. That one was to Gates. 2nd and 5, 1:37. And 49ers still have all 3 timeouts left. They're at the 40-yard line. Stays with his 2 tight end offense to hide the running back. And there's a pitch out to Hyde. And Nathan guessed run, and it was no gain. 3rd and 5 now at the 40-yard line. We have not had a 3rd down stop. We've had no punts. We've had nothing but touchdown drives. That's modern football, I guess. 1:30 to play. 3rd and 5, 3 wideouts in. Hyde, the running back. Not in the – and that's a quick out to Gates. See if he can beat the defender. Yes, he does, and it's a first down. The old 6 roll and 8 yards by Gates. And it's another first down, 1:22 to play. San Francisco at their 48-yard line. Still a ways to go for field goal range, but I don't know if anybody's thinking field goal in this game. And there's the bomb to Marshall, but this time the defender's good enough, and it falls incomplete. Breeze went up top. Marshall couldn't bring it in. Good defensive play. 5 cornerback, just good enough. 2nd and 10. And there's a quick out to Jesse James. But once again, defense is there. 4 yards, but it's 3rd and 6. 3 wide outs again, 1:07. San Francisco did have to use a timeout, so he has 2 left, 1:07, 3rd and 6, Ram 48-yard line. Hyde is the back with 3 wide outs, not in the shotgun. No, he is in the shotgun, excuse me. Drew Brees has been hot, as of course has been Matty Ryan. Nobody's failed on a 3rd down yet. They haven't even had to go to the four downs. No punts. Interesting. Let's see what Nathan calls here. David's been mixing it up. And this is a sideline to Mike Wallace for 2 yards. Not quite enough. 4th and 4 at the 46 with 37 seconds left. Are we going to see a punt? Yes, we're going to see a punt. And it goes out at the 3-yard line with 30 seconds to play. I just don't feel Nathan's going to do much here other than kneel down and take the 21-21 halftime score. Wow, he went off tackle. Interesting. I don't know if we've frozen here or not. Dennis has control of the screen here, guys. I'm just calling the game here. I'm not doing anything. It's Dennis's screen you're seeing. Looks like Dennis might be doing something there. Am I on the air, Dennis? Are you going to be joining us soon, Dennis? Are you going to be joining us soon, Dennis? Okay, let's see. We're trying to work out the technical difficulties here. It looked like there was that halftime freeze up on the. And there was a line buck by Nathan, which hit the brackets, got 7 yards. And we still have 22 seconds left. Nathan not kneeling on the ball. Very interesting. I guess when you're on a roll like that, maybe you just can't let off the throttle because only David has punted in this game. So Nathan conceding nothing here, 2nd and 3 with 22 seconds to go. And he does another off tackle. This loses a yard. And now we have ended the first half. Okay, 21-21. We had 7 drives in the first half, and 6 of them resulted in touchdowns. Rather amazing. Looks like they're might just roll right into the second half. The old obligatory good half, and that really was a good half. And there's the kickoff. It goes 8 yards deep in the end zone. And I'm assuming we're looking at a touchback here. Yes. The Rams have the ball. Tie game, 21-all. Rams scored touchdowns on all 3 of their first half drives, and that's all they had was 3 drives for the whole half. Quite amazing. There's an off tackle by Bell for 4 yards, guess wrong. Bring about a 2nd and 6. Bell's the lone running back. Gronkowski is his blocking back. You got Jimmy Graham at the tight end. Mike Evans and Deshaun Jackson are the wideouts. Very potent offense for Nathan Baylor and the Los Angeles Rams. They were 4th in offense. With 308 points scored. There was no gain there off tackle for Bell to bring about a 3rd and 6, and Rams go to 3 wideouts. Coates comes in as the 3rd wideout. He's guarded by a 4. Rams at their 29, 3rd and 6. It's a crossing pattern to Deshaun Jackson, and 15 yards, first down. Rams at the 44-yard line. Matty Ryan strikes again. So the Rams at the 44-yard line, 21-all. And he's going to stick with the 3 wideouts. Interesting. Very interesting. And it's a quick out to Jimmy Graham, who was double-teamed, and it goes incomplete. David was all over Graham on that, 2nd and 10. And Nathan sticks with the 3 wideouts, and he has Gronkowski as the back. Interesting. There's the bomb to Deshaun Jackson, but it's a dump off and good for 6 yards. As he was looking for Jackson, but he dumped it off to Coates. And now it's 3rd and 4, and it's at midfield, and there's another pass to Graham for 11 yards and a first down at the 49er, 39-yard line. Jimmy Graham, quick slant, 1st and 10 now. Rams on the move, 21-all here, 11:42, and it's picked off. That was the bomb to Jackson. Aaron Colvin picked that one off. And let's see what we got on we got a run back here or not. Not much of one. It's at the 9-yard line, and it's the first time the Rams have been stopped, but they have the 49ers deep in their own territory at the 9-yard line, 11:24 to play in the third quarter. We're all tied at 21, and there's a nice pass, but it's incomplete. Guessed wrong. Carlos Hyde couldn't pull it in. I'm going to call that a drop ball. 2nd and 10. Hyde's the running back, two tight end. Crossing pattern to Marshall, but the defender's right there to knock it down. And we got a 3rd and 10 at the 9-yard line. Danger time. Let's see if Nathan's bringing the house here. He's been known to blitz. 21 all, 10:48 to play. We've already seen a little bit more defense here in the second half. 3 wideouts for the 49ers inside their own 10. Let's see who David has faith in to get him out of this hole. I know he's got faith in Drew Brees. Sees he has faith in anybody else. Third and 10. Short pass to Gates, and he's being double-teamed. And it's 11 yards. Brees defeats the double team, threads the needle, gets out of trouble, gets to his 20-yard line. 1st and 10. My, what offense. I can't check the stats here. It's Dennis has control of the screens here. Hoping to have it's a inside run to Carlos Hyde, and there's nothing there, and he fumbles the ball, and the Rams recover. Big play, obviously, at the 20-yard line. Hyde fumbled the ball. Jarvis Jones scooped it up, and they're at the 20-yard line now, 1st and 10 for the Rams. And this is a short pass to Gronkowski. Guessing run, 19 yards, and it brings it to the 1-yard line. And a short pass by Ryan. It goes incomplete. 2nd and goal at the 1, full house backfield. Montgomery is the guy that he likes to get inside here. Let's see if he goes to Montgomery at the 1. No, he throws another short pass to Gronkowski, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 1. Very interesting. Montgomery scored 11 of the 17 rushing touchdowns for the Rams. And this one goes to a quarterback sneak to Ryan. Touchdown. Rams take the lead. Awaiting the extra point. No, we're going to get a 2-point conversion, looks like. Another inside run to Montgomery. He's keyed Ryan, and the fumble number comes up. I don't know what Nathan was doing there, but he decided to go for 2 there, and he didn't get it. So it's a 6-point lead for the Rams. 1st and 10 now for the 49ers with 8:24 to play at their own 25-yard line. Nathan decided to go for 2, went for the full house, and was unlucky to roll the fumble number, the old dreaded 5 number. Very aggressive on Nathan's part. And here's an end run for -2. Ryan Matthews, just they were all over him on that. So now it's 2nd and 12. San Francisco at their 23-yard line. Duke Johnson comes in, likes to throw the ball to Duke. Still 2 tight ends. Here's a crossing pattern to Brandon Marshall with a guess run, and it's 15 yards and a 1st down at the 38-yard line. 7:12 to play. 49ers with the ball, trying to come back after they scored 3 touchdowns in the first half, and now in the second half. This is a little flat pass to Jesse James for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Stays with Hyde as his lone back in the two tight end offense. Marshall and Mac Jones are the wideouts. Marvin Jones. Excuse me, I've said that before. Marvin Jones. Inside run by Hyde, and he gets a nice 6-yarder, guess right in the first down. We're going all around here. Let's see what's going on. And there's another unlucky fumble number. Duke Johnson tries a line buck and no gain there. 2nd and 10. 49ers have got it out to their 48-yard line, though. 2nd and 10, 5:24. We're eating up the third period here with only one score. Ryan Matthews now comes in on 2nd and 10. Has a very good running card. Let's see if David goes with a 2nd and 10 run. Let's see what Nathan does defensively. It's a short pass to James, Jesse James, and they're double teaming him. And it's again 11 yards. Nathan with the double team, but Breeze with a thread, James with the catch, and bingo, they're in business at the Ram 41-yard line. Good D, better O. 1st and 10. And here's another fumble number on a Carlos Hyde off tackle for no gain. 2nd and 10. At the Ram 41, 4:12 in the third period. Matthews is in again at 2nd and 10. We passed last time, though, on 2nd and 10 with Matthews in there. Still the two tight end offense. And it's a screen right to Matthews. They're double teaming Gates. Ooh, interception number just missed. Falls incomplete. Now we have a 3rd and 10 at the Ram 41. Three wideouts with Hyde, the running back, in the shotgun. At the end of the first half, about the same range, David punted, so don't think he's going to be looking 4 downs here, and it's going to try to pick this up with Drew Brees. 3 wideouts. And this is a curl to Brandon Marshall. Falls incomplete. 4th and 10, and this will bring on Way, the punter. And it's a nice 50-yarder to the number 2 back. Let's see if Nathan lets it roll. He does, but it didn't. No, it was a fair catch. Fair catch with 3:18 to play. 1st and 10. Nathan and the Rams out there, 5-yard line. They come out with the standard offense with Le'Veon Bell, the running back. 3:18 to play. Rams still hold to a small lead, and there's a short pass or flat pass to Evans, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10. Off tackle, gets the block and gets 7. No, did not get the block, excuse me. Or no, the defensive tackle was good enough, and it was only 3 yards. So it brings about a 3rd and 7 from the 8-yard line. Big play for the Rams. They lead by only 6. And there's a long pass intended for Deshaun Jackson, falls incomplete. And Nathan and the Rams will have to punt from their 8-yard line, actually from their end zone. Not a very good one, 44 yards, and a 9-yard return. And the 49ers, David Pachter, set up at the Rams' 43-yard line, trailed by 6, with 1:48 to play in the third period. And there is a flat pass to Gates for 9 yards. That'll bring up a nice 2nd and 1 for the 49ers at the Ram 34. Hyde is the running back, 2 tight end offense again. And there's the fly to Marvin Jones. Interception number comes up, and the ball falls helplessly to the ground. A bold call by David to go for the bomb on 3rd and 1. And now he's got Hyde in there with a double tight end again. What will he do this time? Went with a bomb on 2nd and 1. This time he goes a button hook to Carlos Hyde, and they're double teaming Hyde. That won't get the job done. Incomplete. 4th and 1 at the 34, and David Pachter and the 49ers go to the full house. The full house. Now he ran a line buck with Breeze earlier in the game. See what he does here. 34-yard line, full house backfield. In Ram territory at the 34. And there's an inside run to Hyde. Not good enough. He lost a yard. He was keyed. Keyed Hyde. Nathan went all out. And here's a pitch out to Le'Veon Bell. Defensive end. Not good enough, and it's 5 yards, 2nd and 5 for the Rams, who had a big 4th down stop with a 6-point lead. And here's a flat pass for 8 yards and a 1st down to Mike Evans. Rams with a hold, and now they're on the move, and there's a short pass to Evans for 13 yards. And now Matty Ryan starts to heat it up again. We're into the 4th quarter, 13:48 to play in this playoff game. It's been close. And there is the bomb. It falls incomplete, looking for Deshaun Jackson. That's the guy who likes to throw deep to. 2nd and 10 at the 49. Now there's a flat pass for 5 yards to Mike Evans. 3rd and 5 at the 49 or 34-yard lines. Rams now deep in the San Francisco territory with holding a 6-point lead. A field goal here would be a 2-score game. Le'Veon Bell, still the running back, standard. He goes off tackle with Bell for 5 yards. Guessed wrong. So that's a 4th and 1. 4th and 1 now at the 30-yard line, and it doesn't look like we're going field goal here. Le'Veon Bell is in the lone back with the blocking back, Gronkowski. And it's a sideline to Deshaun Jackson for 4 yards. Very interesting call. He went on a flat pass to Deshaun Jackson, 4 yards. 1st down for the Rams at the 26-yard line. And there's Le'Veon Bell wrong, but only 1 yard on his clunker 9 roll. 9 and 5 are his worst rolls. So it's the 2nd and 9. Rams at the 25-yard line. And here's the bomb to Deshaun Jackson, but they're all over him. David Pachter was double teaming Jackson that time, and that was obviously knocked away. So now we got a 3rd and 9 at the 25. And this has certainly got to be field goal territory if he doesn't get it. Nathan's got to think about it. And there's another double team, and it goes incomplete, looking for Evans. 4th and 9, and the kick is no good. 9 and 10 were misses, and the 9 comes up. 49ers now have a chance. With 10-12 to play, they have the ball, the 32-yard line. Hyde's the running back. 2 tight end set. Marshall and Marvin Jones are the wide receivers. There's an inside run to Hyde for 4 yards. That was one of his clunker rolls. 11, 5, and 9 are his. 2nd and 6. Duke Johnson now comes in. 2 tight end set. Marshall and Jones. 27-21. Rams lead it. And here is an off tackle to Duke Johnson for no gain. Guessed right. 3rd and 6. Don't need to tell you, this is a big call. 9 minutes even to play. 3rd and 6. 49ers at their own 36-yard line. They've got the 3 wide receivers in there. And they got Carlos Hyde in the shotgun. And this is a crossing pattern to Mike Wallace, but it falls incomplete. David will have to punt here with 8:42 to play. $47-yarders. The number 1 return guy for the Rams is going to take it at his 20. And 3 yards gets him to the 20. Rams take over, 8:24. They have a 6-point lead, and Matty Ryan strokes it for 13 yards to Gronkowski. First down to 33. Will he come right back to Gronk? No, off tackle Bell. They were double teaming Evans on that. Bell picks up 4. The onside tackle was good enough. 2nd and 6. Off tackle Bell, 5 yards, gets him to 3rd and 1 at the Ram 42. Now David's going to have to think about being aggressive. This is a place where you're going to have to try to stop him. Off tackle Bell, but it's a short gain for 11 yards. Big first down for the Rams as they move into 49er territory. They have a 6-point lead with 6 to play. 6s are wild. 1st and 10, 49ers at the 49er. And there's off tackle Bell. Guessed right for 2 yards. 2nd and 8. That moves them closer to the 45. Rams just missed a relatively easy field goal. Now they're trying to move into position again. 2nd and 8. 5:24. Button hook to Bell for 5 yards. 3rd and 3 at the 49er 40. Now this is crunch time, fans. This is 3rd and 3, 40-yard line. You got to stop. Let's see what he does. It's off tackle Bell. He's keying Bell, and then -2, and David Pachter holds him. 4th and 5. It looks like we'll probably have a punt here. 4th and 5. Great call by David. Ball's kicked out of bounds at the 23-yard line. And now we're down to most likely the last possession for San Francisco. They have all their timeouts, so they can do anything they want. They take over to 23. Hyde to quick out to Gates. And unfortunately, he catches it because it's -2 yards. 2nd and 12, and now most likely the 49ers have 3 more downs to keep the ball moving here. Pitch out to Hyde. They guessed run, and it's only 3 yards. That helps a little, though. It gets it under 10 yards, 3rd and 9. Very interesting defensive call by Nathan as he called run on 2nd and long. And made a difference, big difference. 3 wideouts for the 49ers. This is huge. They're in the shotgun with Carlos Hyde, the running back. He goes the bomb to Marvin Jones. The receiver catches it. It's a long gain. It's only 35 yards, but man, that is a big play for the 49ers. They're now in Rams territory at the 41. Marvin Jones with the big play. 49ers trail by 6, 2:24 to play. Hyde's the running back. 2 tight ends set. What will they do? And it's a quick slant to Jesse James and almost picked off. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 2:06 to play. All three timeouts left for San Francisco. To pitch out to Hyde. They're double teaming Marvin Jones, and it's a clunker roll of 3 yards. Guessed wrong. And that brings about a 3rd and 7, 2-minute warning. That was a little unlucky there for David as he got the run he needed. But Hyde just couldn't. Hyde's kind of let him down here in the second half. My impression. I don't have any stats in front of me. 3rd and 7. The 3 wideouts are back in there. Hyde is in the shotgun. And they're double teaming Gates, but they go to Hyde and a screen pass right for 4 yards. So that's going to bring about a 4th and 3 with 1:52 to play. The 49ers are at the Rams 34, and he's going to go to his 2 tight end offense with Hyde in there. 4th and 3. This is the ball game, folks. 4th and 3, 1:52 to play. 49ers trail by 6. They're at the 34 of the Rams. They have the standard back, and they're going to go an inside run with Hyde. And does he get the block? Yes. Yes. The center makes the block, and he gets the first down. 1:30 to play. 49ers still have their timeouts. They're at the 24-yard line. Hyde is the running back. Now that failed 2-point conversion is huge in retrospect. 1st and 10. Standard crossing pattern to Marshall. And it's the black die that gets 7 yards. There could have been a lot worse. 2nd and 3, 1:22 to play. 49ers not going to use their timeouts because they know they don't want to leave too much on the clock for the Rams. They're now inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. 2nd and 3. Hyde is still the running back. Gates and James the tight ends. It's a quick out to Jesse James, I guess, run, and it's 11 yards inside the 10 at the 6-yard line. It's 1st and goal. There's 1:15 to play. 49ers driving for the winning touchdown and extra point. They trail by 6. Both teams have all their timeouts left. So if David scores here, Nathan's going to have plenty of time to come back. He's got the full house in there. Duke Johnson and Hyde. It's a pitch out to Duke Johnson with the guest run. He was able to muster 2 yards out of it. That's big at that point. 2nd and goal at the 4. Duke Johnson took it 2 yards around the end. Hyde and Johnson with DeMarco, the blocking back. 2nd and goal. The Rams call a timeout there to preserve the time they need if they're going to have to come back if the 49ers score. Still the full house backfield. Does Nathan Dare key somebody here? Does he just go the standard run? It's at the 4-yard line. It's a pretty tough call for the defense here because you don't get aggressive. You may not stop him, but if you do and you pick the wrong one, well, he just goes run. And it's a curl to Marshall. It's a defender, and he's not good enough. Incomplete. What a call as Lees went up top for a short pass. And now it's 3rd and goal. 1 minute remains. Nathan does not have to call a timeout now. 3rd and goal from the 4. Field goal does the 49ers no good. Full house again. It goes to Gates. They keyed Hyde. Gates scores on an 11-yard pass reception. Oh, my. David went back to the pass. Here comes the extra point, and it is good. There's still time, though. 45 seconds remain. And it's only a one-point game, and there's 45 seconds to go. The Rams have 2 timeouts left. They're going to start from their 25. They go with the 3 wideouts, and Gronkowski is the back. They're in the shotgun. Coates is the other receiver. You know, a few short passes, and you can get into scoring position. If you look at Gronkowski's card, I mean, he's got a monster card, and he goes to his crossing pass to Coates, who gets 19 yards. Sammy Coates. Who'd have thunk? He goes to Coates and is at the 44-yard line with 37 seconds to go. So now the pressure is on the 49ers and David Pachter. This is going to be a sensational ending with 37 seconds to go. And it's a short pass to Graham. Interception number incomplete. Oh, that would have been an amazing finish. 2nd and 10. He went to Graham. Coates, Graham. Now who does he go to? This is to Gronk. Double teaming Jackson. He beats the defender for 14 yards. The roll of 6 did the number. And now they're at the 49 or 42-yard line with 22 seconds to go. He got out of bounds, so he's got 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time. I don't have the cards in front of me, so I don't know what his kicker's like. Crossing pattern to Jackson. Defender, he's good enough. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. 15 seconds to go. Time enough for 2 more plays. One of them will have to be the field goal. Now, any short pass completion here could be good enough. He goes with a standard set. He might run Bell is what he's trying to tell you, but it's a crossing pattern to Jackson, who catches it for 16 yards and gets out of bounds with 8 seconds to go. So by getting out of bounds, he still has 2 timeouts left. So at the 26-yard line, Nathan can still do anything here. He can go on a linebacker if he wants. Big play by Deshaun Jackson. Got the receiver number he needed. 8 seconds to play. 2 timeouts. 49ers have all theirs. And there is the ball game. As a quick after, Gronkowski hits the long game and he scores. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. The Rams, with the extra point, make the improbable final score. Los Angeles Rams 33, San Francisco 49ers 28. What a game. What an interesting game. 33-28. That's a hard one to figure. That was an offensive performance. Don't know what happened to Dennis. I wish he was with me. There's the box score flashing up there. This advances the Rams, and the 49ers season ends. David Pachter had a great season. He's a good coach put a monster team together. Pretty amazing when you look at the stats that the defenses were so dramatically different. The 49ers had the number 4 defense scoring-wise in the league, 193 points, and the Rams were the 16th best defense. So, and then passing ratings on defense, the 49ers were 3rd in the league, 3rd at 69.4. I was 4th, by the way, at 69.7, but I'm not in the playoffs. The 49ers were 3rd, and the Rams were 19th at allowing 83.4 passer rating, and they advanced. So congratulations to Nathan Baylor. Good season by David Pachter. A very interesting league that Gary Nagata runs here, the Frozen Tundra. Really proud to be a part of it. And we're going to sign off now. Sorry that Dennis Crowley couldn't join me. We would have had a fun time doing it together, but something must have happened audio-wise. But it was a work issue with Dennis. He has to work for a living. I understand that. So it would have been really fun to have Dennis, but he's got to make a living. He's got kids and the whole 9 yards. So thanks, Dennis, for at least setting the game up for us. And we'll join you again. Maybe the next game we'll do together. So for the Frozen Tundra League of Gary Nagata and from Dennis Crowley's computer, I'm Dave Sieminski saying we'll see you next time.